John Delaney could run UEFA easily. He could run FIFA, as far as I'm concerned,
better
because
than Mr. Blatter.
well, certainly better than Sepp Blatter,
He loved that.
and more honestly.
Oh, he's got it!
John Delaney celebrates his 10th year in charge of the FAI this month, but it comes off the back of a torrid 30 days. Here, Pundit Arena looks back at the Delaney Decade. We begin this story back in 1997, when John Delaney's name first started to make waves in Irish football. Delaney's first gig was as Waterford United's delegate to the League of Ireland. Fast forward to 2004, and Delaney was confirmed as interim chief executive of the FAI, before accepting the role on a full-time basis in early 2005. Delaney took up the position when the domestic league was very much transitioning from amateur part-time football into a more professional era. Results in Europe were improving, summer soccer looked to be the biggest masterstroke in Irish footballing history, and the country was experiencing a financial boom it had never seen before. In 2006, when the FAI took control of the League of Ireland, the league was really beginning to shift mentalities away from its amateur reputation towards a legitimate footballing entity that could stand up to bigger, more experienced European opposition. Ireland's UEFA coefficient rose considerably following the FAI's decision to take over the league in 2006. In fact, the League of Ireland was ranked at a high of 29th in the 2009-2010 season, a 10-place jump from the 2002-2003 season. Whether it was the FAI, under the stewardship of Delaney, or individual clubs that helped progress the league, is debatable. However, one would think it was the continued investment at the time from individual club owners, particularly around 2003-2005, who ploughed money into these clubs. Unfortunately, this would later turn out to be detrimental to the future of some League of Ireland clubs. On the international stage, Ireland's fortunes were starting to deteriorate from what had been over a decade of success, from Euro '88 right up until the 2002 World Cup.
The comfort for him in this second half. Forward it goes again by Kinsella. Quinn heads on. Oh, surely this time for Keane. And Ireland do it! Robbie Keane, in the second minute of stoppage time, has scored the equaliser. Look at these scenes. Just look at these scenes.
Brian Kerr took over as senior boss in 2003, but didn't last long, with Ireland failing to qualify for the 2006 World Cup.
Wiltor and Henry. Henry! Oh, that's a super goal by Thierry Henry. Bang on the midpoint in the second half. You could see it coming as he shaped for it. He curled it around Shea Given, and maybe Dominic won't need a substitute to win it. That's a disaster.
Delaney lined up an unproven Steve Staunton. Despite a fantastic opening win against Sweden, the gaffer's short reign was painful, and eventually the buck did indeed stop with him.
Can't stop the spin doctors doing what they do, but Damien worked his socks off. He's wonderful. Kept it down. Well, it was rising towards the end, but we had a couple of headers at blurred vision, and obviously he was limping. Yeah, but I knew I'd get it. You know, he relieves the pressure. You know, he just keeps going. His fitness levels are fantastic. If you got 20 minutes, half an hour today, get in that position, blow some of the cobwebs out of him. Great finish, great performance.
Delaney shocked European football when he announced Italian legend Giovanni Trapattoni as Staunton's replacement.
Be careful the cat. No say the cat is in the sack when you have not the cat in the sack.
The Italians successfully put the cat in the sack, and Ireland were on the way to Euro 2012.
Well, we questioned it a lot of times along the way. We weren't sure whether Trapattoni was doing it the right way. The football wasn't always great. Trapattoni said, believe in it and believe in what we're trying to do. Believe in the squad I'm putting together. He put together a squad who believe in each other. The players believe in each other on the pitch. They've gone out, they've worked to Trapattoni's rules, and they've qualified. You cannot ask for any more than that. And they've been magnificent along the way. A couple of games against Russia, they struggled really badly, but people will forget about them now. This is it, we've qualified. After 24 years, we're back at the Euros.
Despite a fantastic showing from the fans, the team disappointed. Scoring just once and conceding 9, they finished bottom of the group. Trapattoni, having signed a contract extension prior to the tournament, stayed on until September 2013, leaving by mutual consent.
Mick McCarthy and Martin O'Neill are among the early favourites to replace Giovanni Trapattoni as manager of the Irish soccer team.
Giovanni Trapattoni has parted company with the Republic of Ireland by mutual consent. The Republic lost 1-0 to Austria last night, therefore failing to qualify for next year's World Cup finals.
Delaney responded well and appointed the management duo of Martin O'Neill and Roy Keane. Keane and Delaney put their past aside after more than a decade of differences.
I think we all say things, Pat, at different parts of our life. I mean, I'm sure you've said, I've said things that we regret, okay? And we all say things at a point in time that are relevant. But anything that would have been said by Roy or I to each other about each other is now irrelevant.
Despite mixed results from O'Neill and Keane, it is Delaney who finds himself the scapegoat after a number of high-profile controversies.
Died unselfishly. Oh, and Patsy O'Hara, and next in line was me. And those who lie behind me, may your courage be the same.
Delaney's condemnation of the Scottish FA's ticket allocation policies, followed by public renditions of Irish ballads, have thrust the Chief Executive very much back into the spotlight. As he reaches 10 years at the FAI's top table, it's unclear how much longer the public can stomach Delaney. Some would argue he has been dining out while the FAI's difficult child, the League of Ireland, goes hungry this Christmas. For more on the Delaney Decade, check out punditarena.com.
Oh, sad bitter was the year of 1981. All was not lost.